Hello, we are live here today. Let's get all connected here. Hello, hello, beautiful people. Almost early today. early, early rise and shine. Now we're here. We are talking about we're going beyond the veil. It has been a good ride up till now. We've kind of taken some time to get ourselves situated. We have moved from a few retreats ago. We kind of started creating the boat, seeing the boat, creating the boat, putting the sails on it, putting windows on the side. And the last one in Norway, we kind of started talking about the purpose. It's like a host. You kind of come in and you kind of take on different roles, like a chef. You have somebody's at the top, somebody's like looking for reefs, somebody's like assisting driving the boat, somebody's for the sails, somebody's the anchor man, somebody's lodging. We kind of got the purpose, the host purpose. It's the feminine, kind of seeing the purpose of also creating a host space. And this time around, we are putting the boat on the water, but we had to kind of clean up a little bit of these pictures, cleaning up, because like after you kind of ready to join the boat, you kind of have to get more clear on the purpose. You have to kind of feel into, you can feel some resistance, you can feel some doubt, all these energies come up afterwards when you start to move your bags into get a room on the boat. Then you start to feel like, ooh, is this really happening? Am I ready to kind of take off with this boat? So we kind of built up. That's where like the resistance and all, like, does it really fit my life? Am I really ready for it? It's easy to say yes, but then there's that, am I really ready for it anyway? What will people think if I'm joining this journey? So that is what we're kind of doing. We're kind of created this boat, creating the host space, creating the teaching these years in Norway, mostly. Kind of, it's a little place where we can have our shop, our toolbox, and fixing the boat, making it more like proper and beautifying the whole boat. And then coming to America is like coming to the big leagues. It's like the new world. We kind of have had the old world, Europe, or the West, or the East was kind of the old world. Of kind of the masculine, of order, of kingdoms. And then we kind of come into, with Christ, we kind of open up to that, the potential of freedom. It's like what we're looking at it, the potential of freedom. Because it seems magical. And yet we have to clear up. Like in Norway, we kind of went from more of a kind of a community that was more free in a way, but it was kind of wild, and it was based off of power, like Vikings. It's like, if you don't like somebody, you fight them, you kill or you be killed, you take, you plunder, you pillage. It's kind of like the old societies. If we need somebody, we take some slaves. It's kind of like slavery and all this stuff was kind of the old world in a way. The old world of power. And yet that energy kind of takes time to sink in, that we have to make order. So then God comes in, Christianity comes in, like religion comes in, starting to unify a religion. And in a way, that is what Christianity went out and wanting to spread. Want to simplify. But then at the same time, we kind of get stuck in this order. It kind of raises up to a certain level, but then we get stuck in that everybody has to be spiritual, everybody has to be religious, everybody has to believe in God. Well, then we kind of lose a little bit of the freedom. We can't really grow if we are too stuck. That power becomes angry, and we gotta force everybody to convert to a religion, convert everybody to marry in one way or to follow the spiritual laws of religion. But then we have gradually started to like ease up. Suddenly people of the same gender can marry. We're starting to allow people to dare to be a little different sometimes. We've allowed abortion more as part of. So the masculine has kind of eased up. But you can still believe, or you don't have to believe, and still you can be part of society. And then you still have to test, like, where are truth, where's the connection? So then we kind of come into this place of the feminine. The body is more the feminine. In the old days, it was feminine too, but then we could just work hard, or we had yoga, or we had different techniques, breathing or tai chi, or different stuff that kind of tried to like mold our body. But the feminine is not just just doing the body. It's actually like the feminine is more, it goes from the mind to more the heart. It has more connection to love. And then we start connecting, well, how do we love? How do we give love? Then we can go into kindness. We try to emulate Jesus. He seems like a kind person. So to the feminine, we try to like be kind. So now we have kind of stepped more, as the masculine has relaxed. The laws have kind of calmed down. Then the feminine comes in, and then the feminine is also more like get love or get attention. Beauty. How do you look? How do you feel about your body? How do you feel about your gender? How do you feel about yourself? How do you look the same? So in Norway, we could have had like medicine that just, this is what works, this is what doesn't work. But then we started going into psychology, psychiatry, and kind of the feelings and the thoughts of our being, which is more the feminine. So then we are trying to kind of give validation. We're trying to love everyone. We're trying to be kind to everyone. So that's the beauty of like the feminine. We try to bond together in tribes, and we all try to be kind to everyone. But that's when you kind of enter into these like tribes or like spiritual groups or like girlfriend friend gangs, where usually kind of that most people are focused on kindness, but then some people kind of still are stuck in power. So the masculine is like power can be control and rules. Well, the feminine, we think the feminine is just love and kindness. No, it is actually power still. So even if we call it love and kindness, and because women are so loving and kind, then we think we forget that that is still rooted in the body. And then some people can still focus on wanting to control the group. And what do? You say, if you don't do it like that, you tell them how you want it. You start to become, oh, I'm going to tell everybody how they should love me, how they should be kind towards me. So then groups and tribes get taken over by the people that kind of is still hungry for power. So we're still working on the power here. And that is where we kind of are now. We're kind of like opened up that society has become more feminine. The feminine is where the battles are now. Because eventually, what happened in the old days, in Native American days, for example, or in old tribes in Africa or in Viking land in Norway, if everybody was kind of friends and the same, but if somebody disagreed, they could either fight about it or they left the tribe. Kind of like lions. If you have some male lions or some that doesn't agree, that doesn't follow the tribe, they have to leave, and they have to. So they might have left and they started their own tribe here in America or in Norway, or they went from Norway, they went to Iceland, they started their own little tribes. So there you see that the feminine is also kind of stuck in a power game. So now it can seem like everybody's so nice, but needing to validate and needing to like everybody or approve of everybody or being kind to everybody, that also gets stuck in, becomes a trap. Because then we can start, because the feminine is much more feeling oriented. So then, since our society is still very feeling oriented, and we have kind of not seen through that emotions can be released, we're, instead of kind of afraid of them, are trying to like walk on eggshells around people that are depressed, around people that are anxious, around people that are offended. So that's where like the offended people kind of claim dominance. So then suddenly you see, now this is like, the old religion was like Christianity or patriarchy or like the masculine, and now the feminine is the new religion, the wokeness, the democracy, or the Democrats here. That becomes the new control mechanism. And then we get stuck in the same energy there. People want to force each other to be kind. The forced feminine. So we're still stuck in a power. But that is where the shift now is, that, the ease of life is literally the body being is the potential to release the masculine, to kind of let people believe or not believe, and still relax there and still go deeper, go the spiritual journey. And the feminine is whether you want to like people or don't like people, or want to carry people or not carry people, you can still, it is the freedom to kind of become that, find that maturity. Because when you focus too much on emotions, you cry or you scream or you get anxious. So it is that daring to kind of take a step back, allowed to also be the masculine, which is disconnected, disattached, and to let it flow through. We are opening up the channel in the body, which needs both masculine and feminine, but not too much masculine and not too much feminine. So as people that follows here, starting to move through these emotional gates and realizing that we're not here to become obsessed with our emotions. We're here to allow them to release, not to fix and be afraid of them, but seeing that there's a freedom behind these emotions. So that is where we kind of are. We've kind of come into the new world of America. We kind of cleaned up the masculine in Europe, and now we come up here, and then we've been here for a while, but we still had to clean up some of these emotional attachments to the girlfriend gang, to family, to all these ideas of how we use kindness, but without focus, without matureness, kindness becomes just weakness. It becomes just apathy, becomes dead. It doesn't have power. It doesn't have direction. So here we're kind of, with these retreats, we're kind of setting the direction. The direction is that we can awaken, we can move through the body, we can awaken the energy. So that's why we're stepping beyond the veil. We are seeing that we can live in this world free to see that some places people have these laws, some places and some places kindness is organized in these ways, and other places, and you can still be free in yourself because it is an internal journey as well. So when you start cleaning up this internal landscape, that's where you can realize that you're interconnected with your family, with your friends, with society. And when you start clearing up your energy, people around will also start clearing up theirs, like automatically. So there's a big shift of energy. The freedom of society is literally the perfect place for us to go beyond the veil and start moving and inviting people in, like we are doing this weekend with the retreat, where we literally have 3 days to just kind of flush through energy. And some people are already feeling the energy and are already signed up, and other people have not yet. And it's going to be on my Ease of Life retreats page. It's a pretty new page. So if you're not there, let me know and I will send you the link, or you can go there and follow, and I will invite you in. So starting on Friday, so that's going to be a fun ride. And some of you might be able to come live every day. It's on Friday around 6 o'clock Chicago time. So that's like 12 midnight in Norway. And then we have 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock Chicago time on Saturday. And on Sunday we have 12 o'clock. And then Norway time, it's 6 and 10 and 6 o'clock on Sunday. So, but I'll post that more on my page for those who are wondering. Anyway, we will step into the second part of this journey. If you want to take in the energy of everything I kind of blew you're like, we lifted the energy, so you might just be like, what did Henrik talk about? the words are not so important, but just close your eyes or lean back and you can like take it in. It's kind of like we're awakening the bell. It's like the the boat is it's setting to sail, and we're all getting in our rooms, and we're ready, and we can lean back and we can just take a breath and be like, okay, we can relax to not everything I say is you need to understand. It's more of there and to be like receiving the energy of it. Sometimes to receive the energy, you just have to lean back and take your breath. And just letting the energy come in. And some of you might already kind of feeling it because there's a build up before and a retreat kind of a few weeks before and a week or two after it kind of just it starts moving. That is the beauty of having these retreats, like with a few months in between. We're kind of creating these waves that helps you to kind of blow things out of the system, blow the sockets open. So just close your eyes and just lay back or say hi if you want to do that. Or give a like on my video or send a little comment. So we're kind of introducing the retreat, kind of setting the focus, opening up to the potential so that you can come in and join my new The Ease of Life retreats page. It's kind of revamped. We made it a little new, freshen up this online virtual room for you guys to come in and enjoy it. So you're gonna like it. Gonna be feel a little new because this is a new space. We're going beyond the veil. So open your mouth a little bit, lean back a little bit more, shake your booty a little bit, your shoulders, drop your knees, your feet. Yeah, and then it drops all the way down into your belly, into your butt, into your feet. And if you're new here, welcome. And yeah, please say hi and like. And if you have questions, like you can DM me on the side or just ask questions here. Good. And then it kind of comes up again as a clarity. So we're kind of moving through these waves of resistance, these waves inside, these layers of energy that kind of people have been stuck in for like centuries. And now we're kind of clearing it up because there can be simplicity in the world. There's a new world, and we have the potential to have more simplicity. So that is the beauty of this now. And yeah, beautiful. Thank you for showing up today. It is only a few days till to Friday. So if you haven't let me know yet, if you're joining and you want to come on into my new webpage or my online page again, let me know. And yeah, it's going to be fun. And I will post the time soon, so you will get those. And yeah, and for the rest of you, it has been a beautiful Wednesday, or whenever you are watching this. And you might have felt something going on. You might sleep different tonight, or some of you might have actually waken up with a headache because there's something clearing up in you, and that sometimes there can be pain or stiffness or something, or emotions coming up to be released. So that is the beauty of these Wisdom Wednesdays. And yeah, I wish you have a beautiful Wednesday, and I will talk to you again soon. See you guys.